It's your girl Mooney 69 Ways, and I'm here to talk about Belle Collective Birmingham, episode 2. I think this is called Tiff Happened. Yes, I'm here to talk about episode 2. But before I get into episode 2, you guys, make sure you are subscribed, hit the like button. If you see the hype button, girl, hype your girl up, hype this video up so I can be out in the algorithm. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on this episode, and also join the membership. I'll be having some good stuff over there in the membership, and some stuff I'm about to upload for the members. So yes, join in on the fun over here. But let's get into this episode. It's another good one. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's get into it, because the episode left off where it ended last episode. We still at the pre-release, the Canvas pre-release party. So we see Stormi, Amber, and Kayla, because Amber since that something is off with Kayla, and she says that Kayla didn't speak to her. Like I said in my last video, she didn't speak to the woman. She spoke to Stormi. She came in, and Kayla's like right there behind Stormi, like low key. And also it was another where they was also each other presence, where they was like at the bar, like literally right there. And I like how the production showed that, like she was standing right there. Like it's like you don't care for this woman, and it's okay. Like you don't have to be friends with everybody. Just be cordial at best, and just say like, But if you don't have a logical reason, it doesn't make it even look worse. Like why you don't like this person? Like what happened? Something had to happen. Like I don't know. Do you not like her due to her and Stormi closeness? Her and Stormi closeness is also not just like friends, but they also like work together because she's the CFO of Canva. I don't know, but I would like to like know, because there is something off. Like the energy is off between the two. Even though Amber could have came up to her and spoke to her, but your energy is giving like you don't F with me. Like what can I do with that? But Kayla said nothing's wrong, so it's hard for me to believe that. She said she would not. She said she don't remember speaking. I'm like, the room is not all that packed up that you don't remember not speaking to her. Like what you got going on in your head? You must got a lot going on, because how you not remember not speaking to her? So, and she was like right there behind Stormi, so I didn't get that either. Kayla said she doesn't have a problem with Amber. She said she doesn't have a problem with anybody. Yeah. So, Amber don't see it for Kayla for real. She don't see them being friends, and yeah, and that's about it. And I know that it seemed like the pre-release party it was a good time, and it seemed like a pretty good turnout. And Stormi had people trying a different scents that's about to come out and like 10 days away from this TikTok live. So that's dope. That's what the camera said, 10 days away. So like, damn, time is ticking. So like everybody had a good time. It's a little hiccups here and there, but it seemed like it was a good turnout. It was a good pre-release, so that was dope. So shout out to Stormi. Kayla and Amber will ever be friends? I don't think so. All they can do is be cordial, okay? Because the energy is off. It's like it's more off on Kayla. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe she got a lot going on. She don't feel like adding another friendship, or like I said, she could be, somewhat jealous of her and Amber and Stormi closeness. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. So let me know your thoughts on, like, what would you like? Give me a reason, or if you know the reason, or you might think you know the reason why Amber and Kayla doesn't get along. Because I don't know. We just met these ladies, okay? Yeah. So let me know your thoughts on, will Amber and Kayla ever be friends? We're gonna move on to the next scene, which is Tiffany and Willie. Her husband Willie. They planning a game night for couples. It's like a couple game night. She's checking out a space, okay? And she's so excited. Excuse me. She's so excited for the webpage and the products, which consists of t-shirts and a headline. I want to say, 'cause I think she was wearing it in the scene on the product. So it's called Choosing. That's the name of the brand, and yes, it's consists of t-shirts and headline. She just said how they all a blended family, because she has a 12-year-old daughter that she brought into the blended family, and he has a 10-year-old son that he brought in to the blended family, and so it's like 3 in total, but their 2-year-old Knox is the one they have together. So 3 in total, yeah. So cute family, cute kids. She said she want to have another baby, and he like, and he's like, I want a vasectomy. I said, well, that won't work. That won't work if you want a vasectomy and she want another baby. I was like, ooh. He said, we got a lot going on. It's enough. We have enough kids. Okay. He said 3 is it. 3 is all. So I was like, ooh. So I don't know how that's gonna work with them. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna come to a middle ground with that because he don't want no more kids. So I guess vasectomy it is because he said no. It's a no go for him because you can't. In my mind, I wouldn't force a mother freaker, motherfucker, to have another baby with me. Like he clearly, his body language and his mouth says like, I don't want to have another kid. I want a vasectomy. Like I'm not gonna guilt trip him or force someone to have a baby with me. Then when the baby comes, the husband is clocked out absent to that child, and that wouldn't be fair to that child, in my opinion. So yeah, they're gonna have to do what they do best. They're gonna have to pray on it, okay? But yeah, so that's their dilemma. So that's an interesting dilemma, and I would like to know where they are right now. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, like when it comes to her wanting another baby and he wanted a vasectomy. Like, let me know your thoughts on Tiffany and Willie. That's a big dilemma. Yeah, but I can't handle another child, not in this economy. No. And not with a partner that said he want a vasectomy. He don't want no more children, so it's a no go over here. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on Tiffany and Willie in this dilemma. So yeah, so we are about to be at Funmi's house. So Funmi is throwing a little get together, a little gathering for the ladies. Okay. Stormi came first, and before like Stormi came there first to Funmi's house, and she was starting to say how she enjoyed the Canva pre-release party, and she gets some of the ladies. Some of the ladies were welcoming, except Tiffany. Okay. And then she kind of got interrupted with her forethought because then Amber came in and so forth. The other ladies start slowly coming in, including Tiffany. Tiffany did come to this gathering. And Tiffany, when Amber heard about it, she is shocked that Tiffany gave Funmi the cold shoulder because, mind you, Amber and Tiffany are close. They are friends. Like, she was there at her house for Bible study and stuff like that. So yeah, so she's shocked about the cold shoulder. I'm like, yeah, you can be shocked, but because she nice to you or you see her be nice to someone else, don't mean that this can't happen. Like, everybody's experience ain't gonna be the same with Tiffany or with any of you guys, to be honest. So yeah, it can be shocking, but it can very well be true. Just like Stormi would say, one with Caleb with you. So yeah, but yeah, so Amber was taken aback by that information. And then comes Tiffany in the door. When I tell you, this dog Trey, Stormi dog, was growling and shaking when Tiffany entered the room. I said, I like dogs' energy. Dogs know. Dogs and babies know people energy for sure. They be seeing stuff. They be knowing. So even Stormi looking at her dog like, okay, like it's something with the Tiffany, because Tiffany does say she don't care for the dog because Stormi said you want to pet him. She said no. So even Funmi, like, dogs know. Dog means, he said me and Trey is here. Like, okay, so the energy is off with Tiffany, and I believe that to be true. Especially the way when she come at Funmi. I don't understand that kind of energy between those two. Just like I don't understand the energy between Amber and Kayla. There's something off, okay? And the dog said something off with Tiffany. So, hey, as I said, gotta keep my eye on Tiffany. I don't know. And then Amber, when Kayla came, Amber said she's just gonna be cordial because she said something's off with her. She's just gonna be cordial at best. So, basically, Funmi invited the ladies over to have like food so they can eat, and then have like a little fashion show with some Nigerian garb. So yeah, it was cute because she had jollof rice. Well, she was just listening after she had plantain. I was like, yes, I was getting hungry, mouth salivating. Like, I was getting hungry listening to what she was said she cooked. So I was like, yes, give me the jollof. Like, yes, I would like to taste some of her food. But yeah, and she had caviar. I said, you had all that and then you threw in caviar, like fish eggs, like that shit, like salty. I think someone with a Stormi or Amber, somebody said it was salty. I'm like, exactly. I want no saltiness in my mouth. Little fish eggs. No, I don't. I never understand the hype behind it, but I guess everybody tastes is different. And yeah, so some of the seafood area, some of my family is allergic, and I have a sensitivity to some certain seafood. So yeah, so that was funny, them trying the caviar, but it was just something. If they never tried it, they tried it now. So yeah, they know what they like or don't like. So some people like this, some didn't. So I know Stormi didn't because her mouth was round. We also had another friend with the green dress on right here, which is cute. Sinette, that's it. It said it was Tiff friend, but she didn't come there with Tiff. So yes, I said it was Tiffany friend. So Funmi had the ladies put on the dressing, the Nigerian clothing, which is some of them was cute, some was cute on others, some was not. I was like, some of them I was not feeling like Tiffany. I didn't care for it. I don't like that. Maybe another dress, I didn't like that. I don't mind the color, but it was just like that style of dress on her, I did not like. Amber was okay. I guess her hair just had to be styled a different way, but I did like what's her name? Sinette, I like hers. Stormi, I love the purple and blue. That's my favorite colors. So them together is a chef kiss for me. Mwah. With the head, or like with the head thing. It was cute. Along with, I like the Funmi's, I like hers. Who else? And I like Kayla's one. And yeah, I like Kayla's. Tiffany's and all. So yeah, everybody looked good. Everybody looked good, but some, like I said, some outfits I like more than others. I remember they was talking at the table. I forgot to mention. Funmi thought that Kayla, now boyfriend, was her husband, because he was confused. She was like, "Wait, that wasn't the guy the guy at the party was not your husband?" Because mind you, because she said, "Yeah, I'm divorced now," because they was talking about the couple game night that Tiffany and her husband Willie is about to put on. I think everybody was invited except for that's what it seemed like. Everybody was invited except for Funmi. But Kayla said she's not coming. She said, "Is it for couples married?" She said, "I'm not coming because she's not married." That's what she felt like. She said, "I'm not married, I'm not coming." But Funmi said, like, "I'm married, but here goes Tiffany. Like, where's Sam?" He's like, "He's not here." So I guess Sam is out of town, and that's Tiffany's excuse why Funmi shouldn't come. But Funmi, like, she said, "I'm gonna come." She said, "I'm gonna show up," because imagine, she said Amber is on she's the host, and then Stormi said that Courtney would not be there. She said Courtney will not come. She had to be there solo. So I'm like, see, Funmi is not the only one gonna be missing a husband. So it's like a little off. I'm like side-eyeing Tiffany with that. Okay. Yeah, so Stormi said she could work the door. And yeah, so, and I think Sinette gonna be there. I don't know if Sinette got a husband or not, but yeah. So I'm like, it seemed like a lot of more than Funmi is gonna be there without a husband, or the husband can't make it. That's why I really side Tiffany on that. I'm like, okay, Tiffany, sure. Yeah, it's something with Tiffany and Funmi. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's her personality. Maybe it's her confidence that she come off that Tiffany can't handle. I don't know. Or she want to be the only one with a big personality. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm paying attention. I'm going with Trey with energy. Let's see. And they also Stormi said, "Are y'all coming to the TikTok live?" Because like I said, the 48 hours TikTok live that Stormi's having with Canva and with the Lala collaboration. She said, "Are y'all okay with being on camera?" And then Tiffany said she don't like attention like that. And then she said, "That how it was when you got your proposal and your wedding." Because mind you, she is the lady who her husband went viral because he proposed and did the wedding in the same day. I remember that, seeing that online. Did put two together that was her and her husband until they just mentioned it on the show. I'm not gonna hold you, but I did remember seeing that floating around in my algorithm when it hit the blogs and stuff. So it was a viral proposal and wedding the same day. And then she was just explaining, say how her best friend and her now husband had planned it, secretly planned this whole thing, because her friend, she said her best friend had just got proposed to, so she thought like 2-3 weeks prior to the proposal and wedding that they were just dress shopping because her friend just got proposed to. She was just saying, like, she saw a dress, she said, "Ooh, I'm gonna put this on layaway because that's gonna be my dress." She didn't know that, like, she didn't know when it was gonna happen, when she gonna get married, but she just put it on layaway just in case. So because the day she got proposed and they had a wedding, she was secretly trying to do a surprise party for him because it's his birthday. She celebrated his birthday, so she was calling his friends out, and then when she got there, it turned out to be a surprise for her, surprise proposal and wedding the same day. And yeah, so I was like, that's a good question, Stormi, because that was a lot. She said she don't like attention, but that was a lot of attention, okay? And it was filmed and it was online. Okay, it was on TikTok. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so that was a good question. I'm like, said she don't like attention, but hey, I guess she don't like that kind of attention. I guess it depends on the attention she is putting out there. So she said they went on a honeymoon. When they went on honeymoon, she got pregnant right away. Stormi was taken aback. She said, "Wait a minute, this all happened so fast." She said, "I got a lot of questions." I'm like, "You're probably not the only one who got a lot of questions. I'm pretty sure some of us viewers have a lot of questions, but I don't have no questions. If she like it, hey, I like it for her. Okay, so yeah, so that was the whole Tiffany and Willie viral proposal wedding breakdown. She said she had to cut out there. She had to go. She said she had to go pick up her kids, so she had to leave early. And Funmi, once Tiffany left, Funmi let it be known. Like she asked the lady, like, do you think I should like talk to Tiffany, approach Tiffany, go to the no, she said, do you think I should go to Tiffany couple game night and talk to her? Cause she had relayed that she said something off between the two, especially when they was at Stormi pre-release party. So yeah. They said, yeah, you can talk it out and you can stay, or talk it out, you get kicked out, I'm like, because I was like, Funmi, like, why did you like put her to the side, like at your house, like you had her right there? I'm guessing, like she said, I ain't finna mess up my scene, my party to talk about it. She said, I'm talking at your couple game night. I'm gonna start the drama there. That's what it was given. But I was like, Funmi, you missed the mark, like you missed the opportunity, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe you didn't feel comfortable doing in front of the whole ladies. I don't know. But yeah. She go and approach her. They said, yeah, you should. They encourage her to go to the couple game night and, and talk to Tiffany about it. Make sure there's like no problem between the two. Yep. So also, Stormi met up with Lala. They having a photo shoot for advertisement marketing. Lala and Canva collaboration with some new scents coming. Some sexy scents, and we see Lala, she looked good in her white lingerie. So it was cute. It was cute. Everybody, yeah, she looked good. And her and Stormi talking. And she said she liked the way Stormi thinks and the way her mind works, when it comes to creativity, like getting the product out, creating a product, get it out, and her vision, the way she see things. Which I'm not mad at it. Like I seen Stormi creating this when she came out with the butter. With butter, shea butter stuff. So I saw that. I saw the hustle, and I saw the creativity of it all. And yeah, it was cool. And she ended up. I remember her on social media. She even had big Judy, Judy out there, and also the Brett out there. Doing a TikTok live. Like pushing her products out for what's her name? Her product Kaleidoscope. So it was good to see that she encouraging and pushing others who came before her or whatever. Yeah, so also she also Stormi let me know that she was like 24 credits away from getting a BFA in painting and photography in college, because she's a college dropout. She gonna let me know, since I'm a college dropout. And also she just said that she created a creative camp to live in the house. It's just like content creators living in them houses together. So they can push out content for the products, in the massive way. So that was pretty cool to see. It's pretty cool to do, to create a creative camp for Canva. That's dope. So that's why you always in my algorithm, girl. But yeah, so that, like I said, it was dope. So it seemed like the photo shoot turned out to be great. And yeah, it was a good turnout. So she just, waiting for next week to happen, because it's the live day, 48-hour live day. So yeah, we'll see how it comes through. And she already had a bump in the road, or a panic about the set box for the products to be in. So we shall see. I hope it turned out great. I know the previews don't make it seem like so, but I just hope it was just like a little hiccup, a little bump in the road, but they didn't stay too long. So I just hope everything was a success. Now we're gonna move on to, let's talk about Kayla. Kayla is at her I guess I don't know if it's her studio or she's using the studio, but she is at a studio doing some photo shoots for these young kids who wants to be talent, want to be on TV, want to do whatever they want to do, modeling, TV, whatever. She doing a photo shoot, I guess doing headshots, because you definitely need headshots and stuff to market yourself out to these agencies or studios, I should say. Yeah. So it was cool to see her in her element. She just said she'd been I think she said she'd been in business like 7 to 8 years, which was cool. And then Jason rolled in. I found Jason fashion interesting. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm looking from head to toe. I'm looking I don't care for it. If she like it, hey, good. I like it for her. But something off with he got interesting fashion sense. That's all I can say. He's 17 years older than her. And she has 4 kids. Beautiful kids. She had 4 kids. She said, because on the screen, she said her they was dating almost about a year, but her divorce was finalized 4 months ago. Okay. And then she said she gonna talk to her kids, because the kids only think that he's just a friend, but she wanted to let him know he's more than a friend. By the time this episode aired, I hope you already told him that it's more than a friend if y'all still together. I don't know. Before they see it on TV or hear it on the internet or whatever. But yeah, so she said co-parenting is ghetto. So I hope her and her ex-husband has a smooth co-parenting situation, because you know how it could be. Like, she's on TV, she's out with this new man on TV. So I don't know, he low key be envious and trying to make her life miserable on that tip. You know how it could be. Yeah, so she wanna said she wanna figure things out. She wanna figure out who she is. But my thing is, when she said that, I'm like, dang, you divorcing your ex-husband and you hop into another relationship so quickly. Whether it's an older man or a man her age, she is hopping in another situation so quickly. In my opinion, how you gonna figure who you are, or what you like, or find yourself if you don't give yourself some time to figure out before you bring on another person into your life? Now you got to worry about, because you're gonna get yourself trying to learn yourself. You're gonna get lost in the sauce probably again, because now you got to navigate someone else's feelings, not just your own, in this relationship with this man, and what he like, what he don't like, or what he like my kids or whatever. And you already take care of your kids. So it's where did you fit in at? So I don't know how she gonna juggle between the relationship and her kids. Kids definitely gonna be there, but him, I don't know. But I think she should have, in my opinion, if it was me, I would have waited. If I'm really, really trying to find myself and figure out what I like and what I don't like, because one minute you think you liking something in this whole relationship, and they was married for 18 years. Like I said, he got with her when she was 17, honey, and he was in his 30s. Well, he was 32, 33. She didn't get a chance to even come into her own. She probably was borrowing off of his identity, So I'm trying to figure out why she doesn't give herself some time before she got in a relationship with another guy. If he really like her, he probably would wait for her, but he's an older guy, so not if he got that much time. But yeah, so that's just my thoughts on it. So I don't know. But wish her the best of luck. I don't know if they together in real time today, so we shall see. Child. Let's get into the creator camp. So Stormi have a creator camp, like I said, with these creatives, and it's like I said, it was cool, but it's something with this guy named Delano and versus Faye. I don't know if it's Faye or Faith, but yeah. So Delano have a problem with Faith, he because I guess he was doing some content of, I guess they was in Publix. I'm gonna say he said, trying to get customers try out the camp of beauty products for us, the butter and stuff. So trying to get some recruits, get some sales or whatever, get the word out about camp of beauty, right? And he had video evidence, child, because baby, he said she came in coming to the same person. He why you come to the same person when I'm already talking to them? Which is true. You should move around. But yeah, so Faith felt like she being bombarded. She's like, why you come to me? Why you gonna wait till Stormi get here and you want to say this? Child. Basically, he said, look, this is basically what the group is for, is to critique one another and make each one better. I guess so. I guess this is him critiquing her mishaps or whatever that day his video evidence showed. But Faye apologized. Delano, I want to say his name is. he said he lost a little respect for her. Did she start crying? You know, her feelings hurt. And then Stormi said that she said it's okay, like it's okay to, you know, critique one another. She said I get critique all the time, and you know, you find something in a critique, the positive thing, I takes out the positive out of it, you know, and build off that. You know what I mean? So, because I know people was critiquing Stormi at one point, like she couldn't get all them, they didn't get their orders at what point. It was a slow getting their orders, so hopefully they fix it, you know. But you know, when you selling a big high mass like that, yeah, it's gonna be hard to get them orders out on time, honey. Yeah, so I thought it was a cool scene. It was a different scene. I never saw nothing like this on reality shows. So it was good to see her in this creative camp that she created for Canva Creative Camp, and they critiquing and see how everything's going, because they do the content, the media content, you know, they do the reels, the short forms, you know, they putting the product out there in mass production, like getting it out there to the people, like buy this, or check this product out, you know, catching the consumer attention, because that's what you want. You want them to grab you want to grab their attention to buy the Canva, to invest in the Canva beauty. So nothing wrong with that. So we gonna get to Tiff and Willie couples game night. So that's the last scene, I guess. So Amber came, she's a host. Then Stormi, she said she gonna work the door. And then Amber had to tell her, like, she gotta do clean and throw stuff away. And she said, what? She said Tiffany better find somebody else to do it. She said, I plan to work the door, okay? But she eventually, you know, trying to help throw some stuff away, you know, for the people, because I guess, you know, game night, you're gonna have some food, some drinks, you know, just, you know, throw the paper plates and the cups away, whatever. Because Tiffany have not just the collectives, some of the collectives there, she also have her real life friends there, a couple friends. So, like I said, Amber's the host. So I'm working the door, and I think who else was there? Funmi came. I think what's her name? Sanetta. I think that's her name. So yeah, so they are there. They are playing these games. Some of these games, I'm like, okay. But when they got to that game with the whole straw and the water bottle, I'm like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Because imagine when she was at Funmi house, I forgot to mention that, talk about some swallowing. Because she asked her, like, I ain't never swallowed. And Stormi said she have, you know. And then Funmi said she said she has continued to swallow because she's trying to get this house. That was funny. But yeah, I was like, for someone who don't swallow, you show it's giggling and into this game about, because if y'all saw the episode, the water bottle was between the man's legs, and then the women had to have the straw in their mouth and trying to put the straw in the hole. Like, as the man was standing up and they got to bend over, like, try to put straw in the hole. I'm like, okay. Even Stormi was looking like, some freaky dicky stuff going on over here. Yeah, I just found that game interesting, to say the least. But at least they married, so it is what it is. So like I said, Funmi came, and then, you know, eventually they went to the corner and talk about Funmi want to know if Tiffany, is there a problem between the two of them? You know, she's like, why would there be a problem? I could see her confused because you just at her house and y'all was kind of like, you know, kiki a little bit, but you gotta admit, like, there is some energy off between you two, because even in your confessional, it's like you rolling your eyes and stuff when it came to Funmi and stuff like that. It definitely is energy, because even Funmi is like in her confessional talk about the dog, like, it's your energy, child. Then because Funmi said you bringing up how you talking about don't steal your friend or whatever, and then she said she don't remember. I'm like, not another person saying they don't remember. It was bad enough Kayla said she don't remember. Now we got you saying you don't remember. I'm like, come on, Tiffany. Come on. Because you did say that. And they showed it in episode 1. I think. Yeah, I think episode 1. They did show that. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much where it left off, because she felt like Funmi was interrupting her. She was trying to explain. She said, yeah, look here. We know Funmi can talk, but she felt like she being interrupted because she couldn't get it out. So, yeah, that's pretty much where it left off. I mean, yeah, where they stopped at. So we gonna get the continuation in episode 3. Can't wait to episode 3, because like some stuff is gonna pop off, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this Canvas Beauty Live. So, yeah. So let me know your thoughts on this episode. I enjoyed this episode. When it comes to conflict with some people, outside and Tiffany and a little bit of Kayla. Okay, when it comes to their problems with certain girls, with certain ladies. So yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this whole episode, and I will see y'all in episode 3, you guys. Bye, y'all.